Here you have Christ talking to Saul, getting a point across, and when Saul finally reaches the point where he's willing to hear Jesus, he's now in a place of receiving. He's ready for direction. He's ready to do whatever the Lord wants him to do. And just as Saul gets to that point, what does Jesus do? He's done talking. He's done giving direction. And what does Jesus do? He now points Saul to go back to messengers that he has ready. And those messengers are going to tell Saul what to do. Now, the reason I find that interesting is because Jesus could have just finished the conversation. Jesus could have said, okay, Saul, well, here's what I'm planning for you. You're going to be an apostle. You're going to do this, that, and the other. Here's all the stuff you're going to do. It's going to be a tough life. Here's all the things you're going to have to suffer. But I'm going to use you greatly. You're going to write 17 books of the New Testament. You're going to basically give the world theology, Saul. That's what I'm going to have you do. But instead, Jesus gets him to the point he wants him, and this was the whole point of the light. This was the whole point of the knockdown, to get him to the place of surrender. And once he's at the place of surrender, now Jesus says, okay, Saul, here's what I want you to do. I want you to go back and do what you should have done from the beginning. Listen to my messengers. Because these were things Saul had heard. Saul had heard the gospel. Saul had heard the message. He heard Stephen's sermon. He saw Stephen die for that sermon. Only Saul wasn't ready to listen then. Well, Jesus has Saul ready to listen. So Saul's going to go back to the messengers, to the church, and the church is going to be used to give Saul his direction. Isn't that interesting? That is just how Jesus chooses to work. He chooses to use us.